Good evening, students. Welcome back to Sri Ramanuja Vidya Mandir. Myself, Pushpalata, the English faculty. Today I want to teach you about vocabulary development. Yes, vocabulary is very, very important in uplifting your English. English is our secondary language, no doubt about it. But still, in our daily usage, when we learn new words, which we call as vocabulary, we'll uplift ourselves. We'll raise up to the heights. So, what are the techniques? What are the few steps where we can develop our vocabulary and we can use more foreign words in our daily usage? We'll have a look into it, students. Now we have 6 points, or we can say 6 techniques, tips for improving our vocabulary. The first one, you can see, students, the first one is read, listen, watch. When you're interested to improve your vocabulary and develop new words, then have a habit of reading. But remember, reading a favorite book. When I say reading, you say, oh my God, boring. From morning till night, we are continuously reading. And then again reading. No, my dears. It's not reading your textbooks. It's reading any interesting book. Anything. Can be a novel, can be a comic, can be a newspaper, can be an article. Whatever you are interested in. Whatever you are interested in, when you try to read it, definitely you will be improving your vocabulary. So at least before you could sleep, students, when you have a habit of reading a very simple book, don't go for very high just because you have to improve your vocabulary. Don't take a book which has high complicated words. You really get bored and you close. That is going to be the last day. So don't do it. Take a simple book of your level and enjoy reading. So when you are going through words, you should be able to understand them as per the environment. According to the situation, when you're reading a sentence, any new word comes, you may come to an idea, maybe the meaning is this. So this is the technique of reading. And reading also helps you to soothe your brain. Imagine a beautiful story at the end of the day you read before you could sleep. That really soothes your brain, students. You feel very, very comfortable. So read a beautiful book, anything of your interest, a sports or a comic or a novel or anything. Now if you say, I can't, I'm really bored of reading, the whole day I'm reading and now I can't, never mind. Just and listen to a conversation. There are so many conversations today. There are audios, video conversations, probably converging of a customer with the hotel manager, or interviewer with an interviewee, or you can say two colleagues, in the office talking to one another. Anything. When you're listening to conversation, believe me, students, you'll learn manners, you'll learn a decent way of talking, you'll learn greetings, and you'll also improve your English. Continuously, when you're listening to English conversations, you will see how they pronounce words, how they are going with the accent, or how they are, very politely talking to one another. It helps you in your daily life. How a person is, bargaining the vegetables, or in the market, how he speaks, to a salesperson. So when you listen to these kind of conversations, you really feel very comfortable, and you also can improve your English. At the same time, you will be building up your vocabulary. Then watch. When you're watching, if you're not interested to listen, relax at the end of the day and just switch on. But remember, an English channel only. And never go for movies or serials, students, please. When you want to develop, you're relaxing, you go for a movie or a serial. But when you want to improve your vocabulary, never go for a movie or serial, because your brain automatically gets to understand the theme of the movie, or your brain runs behind the movie other than catching the foreign words, catching the new words. So take something like UGC channel or some educational program. something which is again interesting to you. And whatever you are reading, listening, watching, have a scribbling pad in your hand, and whichever foreign word comes, write it down. Worried about the spelling? Don't worry, students. You can put them in phonetic transcription. I've taught you how to write the phonetic transcription. Even if you find this is also difficult, then write in your mother tongue. Just you try to write in your mother tongue whichever new word, and then just leave it off. Don't worry about it. Enjoy reading the book or listening to the conversation or watching whichever channel you are watching. But whenever you come across a foreign word, jot it down. So that is your first step. Second one, usage of a dictionary. We often use this. Whenever we come across a foreign word, you immediately open your dictionary to search for the meaning. I've told you recently, students, dictionary helps you with the meaning, helps you with pronunciation, and also your phonetic. Okay, the phonetic transcription is given over there to help your pronunciation. Excuse me. And you also know which part of speech it is, so you can frame the word into a sentence. So this is a dictionary's job. Then thesaurus. Here, when you have a word related to that word, synonyms, sometimes antonyms are given there. So with one word, connected word, many words you can learn. So this also helps you in your vocabulary development. Excuse me. Next one, keep a journal. I just now told you, students, at the end of the day, you're relaxing, watching some channel or listening to some conversation or reading a favorite book. And whichever words you have found is difficult to understand, foreign words, you put them down on a scribbling pad. Just put them down. Don't work at the end of the day. Don't strain yourself. You just jot out. You just note down those words and go to sleep. Next day morning, when you sit up for your studies, or whenever you are a little tired of working with your studies, for a break, open your scribbling pad. And then on your journal, work. Whichever new words you have jotted down, put the date, write the words, and then try to get the meanings of them. And when you're trying to get the meanings, you automatically will be working with new words. We'll have all that word. So this is the meaning of keep a journal, keep a book, a fair book. Not a scribbling book, but a fair book where all the notes are jotted for your vocabulary. Then, play games. Another enjoyable, entertaining method of developing your vocabulary is you can play a lot of games with your vocabulary. You can develop. Say, for example, somebody, you remember when you are in the school, name, place, animal, thing, we play. With a letter, they'll ask you to build with the same letter a name, a place, an animal, a thing. So you're building 4 words. Okay, and then because you doesn't want to miss the points, you try to work up more and more with new words. Or a small word is given and you will be asked to build a word. Attaching 1 letter or 2 letters, you make the word big. Building words. Crosswords. You often have in your newspapers and all, working up with the crosswords. So all these are methods of developing your vocabulary. You can enjoy playing games, and there are many other things where you can work with playing the games. Next is engage. Engage yourself, students. Now, whenever you learn a new word, don't think your work is end. Yes, today I've learned a new word. I put it in my journal. I forgot about it. After 1 month, I don't know what it is. No. Whenever you learn a new word, try to get engaged in conversations. Use the words in your routine talking, in your routine conversations. Try to apply it so that your foreign word will become a familiar word, and afterward it becomes your friend. I've told you, foreign, familiar, friend. So you'll have a list of foreign words. Every time you'll be looking into it. Yes, this many words I don't know. Now you're continuously using. Now this, you put ticks. Yes, I know the meaning of this. I know the meaning of this. I'm using this. Now you're using it in a daily usage, and you're very, very good in your vocabulary. So engage and make a habit at least to learn one word a day. So these are the 6 techniques with which you can help yourself building up your vocabulary. Fine, the first one I've told you, read. When you're reading at an initial stage, students, maximum try to go with books with illustrations, pictures, like comics, novels. When you're going with this, you try to, your interest enters. You see a picture over there and immediately 3 or 4 lines will be given down. So your brain builds or pictures the words in your brain. Or else reading becomes boring. So every time at an initial stage, build yourself to read with a lot of pictures. Pictures will automatically attract you and it will, pull you towards reading. Otherwise you get diverted. So whatever is your favorite, I've given you your breathtaking examples for inspirations or illustrations, something which you are very, very fond of. You're fond of sports, read about it. You're fond about something like thrilling, detection, read it. Okay, so whatever you are interested in, try to take that book so that you will be hanging onto the book. But remember, students, your textbooks are also important. Don't just hang on to your book. This is only to build your vocabulary, and it's a relaxation from your daily routine. I repeat, it's a relaxation. Don't just spare your textbooks and just sit with your storybooks. I don't mean that. It's a relaxation. You spend 6-7 hours with your textbooks and half an hour with a storybook. That's the way you relax. So this is one way to improve reading. Invest on your library. Have your room to be, depositing with many more books. It's really beautiful. You love when you enter into the room and when you see books around you, automatically you enter into the environment of reading. You have lovely toys around, you feel like playing. Create an environment where you are able to read. At your study table, on the rack, see that you have some favorite books over there where you can happily enjoy reading. So this is, you have to invest on your library. The next one is listen. The second part I've told you, one is reading, the other one is listening. Listen to a nice conversation. I was telling you, students, have a headphone on your ears and then listen. But whatever, speak very carefully to the pronunciations, and when you come to a foreign word, jot it down. Please put it down there and then so that you will be able to work on it on the next day. Then interact. Whatever new words you have learned, try to speak. Go and tell your dad. Go and tell your mom, your siblings. Whichever new word you have learned, be enthusiastic to say those words. Speak up those words. And when you listen to some new word, immediately feed them in your brain. Whichever new words are coming up, feed them in your brain. So this also helps in your vocabulary. To build up your vocabulary, it helps for. So listening helps in pronouncing. It helps in building up new words. Now watch. I've told you, students, when you're watching, I've told you not to concentrate on your favorite movies or serials, because you'll be carried away by the theme of the movie. So never go for it. Try to go with some educational channels, which one side is building up your vocabulary, other side building up your knowledge. So whenever you're allotting a little time, you have to work a little genius. You have to work in such a way that you're covering in a little time all the things. That makes a difference from a normal person to an expert. You should know how to manage your things. You should know how to relax, comfort, still connected to your education. So when you're sitting up, remember, students, a very, very important thing is watch your favorite shows with subtitles. I repeat this word with subtitles. See, when you are watching a show, you will be getting the subtitles beneath. Now, you will be hearing the person speaking, you are catching the pronunciation, and also you are checking the spellings. Easy way, stalled statue. Stalled, you are given a place for the statue. That's the meaning. Okay, a new word I've learnt. Then, levitate, rise up in the air, rise up. So, when you are going through new words, immediately you will be able to jot them down and you will be able to work with it and you will never forget because you have watched. So, maximum try to cover up or try to work with subtitles. Always go with subtitles so that it will give a good memory of the new vocabulary. And I've already told you, go for something like interesting educational channels. Anything which is interesting other than dirty and songs and all. You don't go for all those things. See which is really helping you with the knowledge as well as with your vocabulary. So that is how you're going to utilize in your watching. Now, the next part you must have remembered. The first point I've told you is read, listen, watch. Next is to use a dictionary or thesaurus. We'll see what. Now, whatever new words you have got the previous day or the previous night, whichever you have jotted out on your scribbling pad, you will try to search. Whenever on the next day you're relaxed, you just try to take up the word, open your dictionary and try to find the word and the meaning. So here, for example, students, if the word is depress, say for example the word is depress. Depress is to sadden or to listen. Now you have got the word. So your next immediate thing is to enter into your journal. That's your third point I've told you. Put down or maintain a journal. Now you have opened your dictionary and you are looking into the meanings. You are looking into the part of speech. If it is a verb, it's a noun, it's an adjective or what. You're looking into it and then you're trying to work with it. Now we'll see what is thesaurus. Here, common words, the synonyms are given. You can see an example over here, students. A small word or a very simple word, good. Now there are many words related to good. It's a simple example I'm giving you, of course you all know. But whenever you're going with a thesaurus, remember you are trying to develop your vocabulary of many similar words. Good means great, wonderful, awesome, excellent, marvelous, superb, splendid. Splendid is excellent. Pleasant. It's a good day. It's a pleasant day. Positive. Yeah, my day is good. My day is positive. Rad. You know what's the meaning of rad? Bright and sunny. The day is rad. Super. We generally use it. Stellar. Stellar is a star. He's a star. Rocking star, you know. He's a star. Superior. Worthy. So see, with one word you have learnt many words. It helps you. You will be concentrating only on one word, students, but related to that one word, you got many words. Some synonyms, some antonyms, small examples. So in this way, you are going to build. Now, as soon as you work with your dictionary, I have told you, keep a journal. Maintain a journal. Have a book. Okay, you will be adding pages according to your work. Have your name on it and then mention the date. 22nd, 9, 2015. 23rd, 9, 15. In the month of September, on 22nd, you have worked with a word called enthusiasm On 23rd, you have worked with a word called appear. So you're writing the word, its meaning, you're making a sentence, you're writing some synonyms like excitement, energy, exhilaration. You also wanted to show that you are very, very enthusiastic, you're excited, you made a small picture on it. So this is the way how you are going to make the word a habit. Capture the word. You're going to remember the word in that way. So you're going to try to put them in a journal. A better way what you can do is just have a look into the words, students. Here we have the word depress. There are two meanings for depress. I've showed you in the dictionary. To become sad, to less, to reduce. We have two. And then you can also write a phonetic description like D. I've told you many times, R is going to be a reversed word. Just to make you understand, very lightly you have to pronounce it. So we write R in a reverse order. Depress. So you write the transcription there and then you made sentences. He was depressed due to his mother's death. So this is a verb. Now, medicine locally applied has depressed his pain, means reduced the pain. So with both the meanings, you have made both sentences. And then you're looking into the dictionary. There are other words connected, word forms. Depressant. It's used as a noun, as an adjective, which means to calm nerves and muscles, means sedative. The doctor has prescribed a depressant pill to reduce his mental stress. You have used an adjective here. Next is depression. It's a noun, unhappy state, mental illness. His depression has killed him. Depressive. It's an adjective, causing a feeling of dejection. No, you're in a very, very depressive mode. Depressive mode. Mode is noun, depressive is an adjective. Depressing. It is a depressing event. So you have written the word forms, parts of speech, which word is, which part of speech, how the word form is going to be. You can also add transcription, students. You can also add the transcription like saying depressant. This is a reverse R. Depression. Sorry, it's a depression. Depressive. Depressing. So you have got the transcriptions, you have got the parts of speech, you have got the meanings, and then you also made sentences so that it will be useful to you. And then you can add synonyms and antonyms also. So you are concentrating only on one word, students, but you are trying to go with more and more word building. So you have learned 5 words that day. Depress, depressive, depressing, depression, depressed. So you can see depressant. So you can see how many words you have learnt here. Now, play games. I was telling you, you can also enjoy whenever you're free. Try to sit with your friends or with your family members and play games to improve your vocabulary. Definitely your vocabulary will be taking up to your heights. When you're using a complicated word, when you are in the public, people will look upon you. So you shouldn't pressure yourself. You should enjoy learning them. There are many techniques, like you have the crossword game. You have building, games. You can use a T over here, which is going to be, okay, not. Or you can use, you can change. You can change the word on top of that. You can use S, which may say it's a sap. Okay? So, whenever you're adding more letters, or you're going with rearranging them or adding them on top of that, okay? So, what happens is, you are trying to develop more words. So there are many ways, and you can also see, you can make a small chart, students. Write like this on the chart, put it on a pin and spin. You're going to spin it round. Okay, now all the friends are sitting around and the card is in the spin is in the middle. You spin it up. And when a student, you say a word, and suddenly if supposing spell it comes in front of me, I have to spell it. Or I have to say a synonym or an antonym for that word. Or I have to act it out. I have to show. I'm depressed. Depressed. No, you have to show. So that everybody will guess what that word is. Or use it as a sentence. There and then you should be able to frame a sentence. Or you can draw a picture to show that you're depressed. Or you can define it. So this ways you're able to learn spellings. You're able to learn the spelling of it. You're able to pronounce it. When somebody is pronouncing, maybe I'm pronouncing wrong, people will check me. You're using it in a form of sentence or something. You're enacting it. You're acting it out. You're discussing with your friends more and more sentences when you're framing. The meaning becomes more clearer and people will understand you. You're capturing the word. When you work like this, remember students, you will never forget that word. It's forever in your brain. It's a way you can capture it nicely. And then you want to store it. I've told you, you have journals where you can store. And any time when you come across, I remember something, that meaning, what is that word? You immediately turn your paper, you'll remember. So, you're going to store it. Or an easy method, just like a dairy, you can make alphabets, and with alphabet A, all the words. With alphabet B, all the words. With alphabet C, all the words. It makes you more easy to search. That is the way how you're going to store it and make it a habit. Make it a habit, use it repeatedly. Once when you're learning a new word, try to use it with many people. Then forever you will remember. Next one is engage. I've told you, use it. You make it a habit. How would you make it a habit? By using that word. You can have a conversation. You can have a debate. You can have a group discussion with your friends, group discussion with your family. And so you'll enjoy using that word again and again. Then it's remembered forever. So these are little techniques which we have used to build a word per day. Make a habit that every night you are searching for a new word, you are preparing a notes on it and then sleeping. Or relax by just jotting down the new words and next morning you work with it. But remember, every day on your journal, every day must be there, even Sundays. Every day. You should see that you are learning more and more words every day. So when you do this, definitely vocabulary is going to be a part and parcel of your life. So we have few words. Only 4 words I've given you for today. That is aggregate, affinity, affable, aesthetic. These 4 foreign words, new words, are introduced to you today. As I have explained you, try to make a journal, jot it down with the word forms, synonyms, antonyms. So this is the work for the day. And keep working, dear students, with more and more words. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you.